like razors and big enough to bite you in half. A massive great white shark is right off the coast of North Carolina's Outer Banks right now. We're going to show you a picture of her in September. Incredible video from a group called O-Search pulling her out of the water near Cape Cod. They tagged her with a tracker, let her go, and they nicknamed her Mary Lee. Now, we first told you about Mary Lee less than 2 weeks ago. At the time, O-Search had tracked her within 200 yards of Jacksonville Beach off Florida. They had to call and warn the people of Jacksonville she was so close to the beach, and she's been a very busy girl since then. Mary Lee has traveled hundreds of miles north, and now she's very close to North Carolina's Outer Banks near Cape Hatteras. You can follow her anytime you want. Just go to O-Search's website. It is fascinating to see how she moves. Chris Fisher is the founder of O-Search. He's been calling authorities when Mary Lee gets too close for comfort. Now, it seems a little too close for comfort off the coast of North Carolina, Chris.
Yeah. Good morning, John. I was shocked again yesterday when she was very near a place called Ocracoke, North Carolina, and now she's rounded Cape Hatteras. Just phenomenal to see her movements throughout the southeast. She's shocking all of us, I think, including the scientists. Just in the last week, she's moved from Charleston up the beach to Myrtle Beach. She's rounded Cape Fear, Cape Lookout, and is now at Cape Hatteras. You know, really expecting her to turn back south. It's a little bit too early in the winter for, I guess, a snow shark to be heading north. We feel like she'll head south again, but really, no one knows. This is the first time we've ever been able to do this, ever. Now,
part of what you do is, again, warn people when the sharks you track get too close to shore. Why do you do that, and how close did she get this time?
Well, I mean, our primary purpose in this is research to figure out where they're breeding and where they're giving birth to protect those areas. But come on, when you have the kind of data, when a 16-foot mature white shark that's over 3,500 pounds comes close to a populated area, I feel an obligation to call. Yesterday, she was very close to Ocracoke, North Carolina, either right on the beach right in front of it or actually inside the sound nearby. A few hours later, she popped out offshore, but she was very near there. And so I did pick up the phone again yesterday, call authorities, and it was an amusing experience calling the authorities there. They were very excited about it. And he said, well, are you calling me just to tell me there's a big shark off the beach, or do I need to do something? And I'm like, no, I'm just calling you to tell you there's a big shark off the beach. And they went about handling their own business there.
Is it unusual for a shark to move like this, and why do you think Mary Lee might be doing it?
Well, you know, I was thinking about that last night, and when we captured Mary Lee off Chatham, Cape Cod, a Coast Guard helicopter was hovering over a massive shark coming out of the bay there. And about 45 minutes later, we actually saw Mary Lee at our research vessel and tagged her. I was thinking about that last night because when you look at her track over the past 2 weeks from Jacksonville Beach, which you mentioned earlier, all the way to where she is now off Cape Hatteras, she's been exploring the coast and going in and out and very near a lot of estuaries and river mouths. So I think this is quite common for Mary Lee. She seems to like those kind of estuary river mouth areas, whereas Jeannie is off the coast of Savannah, about 40 miles off the beach, and that's where I think we all thought Mary Lee and Jeannie would be, probably exploiting opportunities while northern right whales are giving birth. But Mary Lee clearly is coastal. We're wondering if she's looking for seals up there off Cape Hatteras. You know, since the Marine Mammal Protection Act 40 years ago, a lot of our seal populations have begun to rebound, and maybe Mary Lee's exploiting that up off the Cape Hatteras area now, and Cape Cod when she's up there in the summer.
So just one quickly, for those just coming into the story, how do you give her the name Mary Lee again?
Yeah, Mary Lee's named after my mom, you know, and so she's giddy about it. She's asking about her every day, and Mary Lee really has become the rock star of sharks. She's probably the most famous fish that's ever lived now.
All right, Chris Fisher, thank you so much for keeping us up to speed on Mary Lee. It is fascinating to track her movements on the O-Search website. Great to see you again.